Hello everyone and welcome to our podcast. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in education called motivation. Can you explain what motivation really is?
Motivation is a force that drives and directs our behavior towards our goal. It comes from the Latin words movere, that means to move, and it is also a force that is essential in learning. Without motivation, learning cannot happen. And
That's interesting. Why motivation is important in learning?
motivation plays a key role in this learning, because if the students are not motivated, they will not be able to learn it properly. They will just students need to not just remember it but also learn and understand. And with the motivation, for example, a student who is motivated may try to achieve his goal and may complete his task and all on time and show interest in learning. And on the other hand, if the student he can be a capable student, but if he is not motivated, it will not show his learning that effective. It will be the less effective.
Can you tell the different types of motivation?
Yes. There are two types of motivation. One is intrinsic motivation and the second is extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is about the motivation that comes from within. It is derived by the interest, curiosity and the enjoyment. When the students are curious about learning and they show the interest in learning and enjoy learning process, they understand it better. Rather than just remembering it, they try to understand it, and it is a long-term learning. Means it stays with the student for a long time. It's not just a simple learning process because it comes from the within student. And on the other hand, the extrinsic motivation, it is a short-term learning process. It is basically based on the rewards, punishment that student want. Means, for example, student tries to learn on the basis of if he gets punishment or external factors. It is basically based on the external factors or the environment around the student, and it is also one of the short-term learning process that I have told you. But we cannot tell that it is not that important, because extrinsic motivation is that keeps the student going. It starts the student, and intrinsic motivation is what keeps him to continue the process of learning.
As a future teacher, how can motivation effectively use in the classroom?
Motivation, as you know that there are two types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. As a future teacher, we should first try to build intrinsic motivation in the student. We cannot just base the learning on only extrinsic motivation. As a future teacher, we need to make sure that how we make our class interesting enough for the student to want to learn. They should show the interest and all. And we understand that extrinsic motivation is one of the aspect. It is the starting point, but we need to develop intrinsic motivation among the students. And yes, showing the interest, curiosity between the student, it can make them the learning effective.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Thank you.